Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. Hey guys, this is your girl, Mommy So True. Hey, I am so ready to talk to you today. I am so proud of you for being here because it tells me that you're on a healing journey post narcissistic abuse. I know why you're here. If you're new, welcome to this community of thrivers. That's what we're here to do. And, subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment if something resonates and you want to share below. For those of you that are interested in life coaching sessions because you need that support going through this or coming out of this, reach out to me. Information to book a one-on-one session is in the description box, as well as any other information to reach out and contact me. Any information on Mommy So True merchandise is also in the description box below for you. Now, before we get started, make sure you got something to drink. You might want to get some coffee, some water, something, because let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, y'all, because they are driven and led by Satan. If you know, you know. You've seen things that has happened in the relationship, in your family. You've witnessed a lot of dark things. You've laid next to this person while they were spiritually tormented, talking in their sleep, talking to other spirits, just completely off. You saw a lot of things, you witnessed a lot of things that is not normal, very abnormal, very outside of what we would see on the spiritual realm, in the spiritual realm. A lot of things that you notice about narcissists and their behaviors, the way they treat you, and also how you end up feeling has everything to do with the spiritual war that you are battling with these people. If you're new to my channel, I am a strong believer that narcissistic abuse is linked to spiritual warfare, and it's much deeper than just a disorder. This explains a lot of why you feel so crazy, why they're able to mess with your emotions, cause you pain, cause you to go through things you never would have imagined or wished on your worst enemy. The mental torture, the mental turmoil. Being a thriver is a big deal because this is something you came out of that you shouldn't have. The abuse is drastic. It's drastic. You're talking about emotionally beating someone down, destroying them. That's messing with your mental, and then it lingers down to your spirituality. Because when you're focused on a narcissist, when you're focused on trying to maintain that relationship, trying to please them because you can't figure out why nothing you do works, you start to kill yourself. You start to hurt yourself. You are unable to hear God like you should. You are unable to connect with God like you should, because that enemy of progress is keeping you from God. The pain they're inflicting, the emotions they're bringing out of you will keep you from God if you are not careful. Today, I want to share with you a deeper insight and perspective on the fact that narcissists are easily driven and led by demonic influence. I want to give you the reason why this is, and I want to share with you how you can survive this and be a thriver and stay on the thriver's journey, because the thriver is the person who is now healing and becoming the best version of yourself is formulating, is coming out. You're rediscovering, you're reaffirming who you are. That is what thriving is post-narcissistic abuse. You are allowing yourself to deprogram all the programming that the abuse installed in you. It's like you've cleaned out this computer and you're reinstalling a whole new software. Matter of fact, you threw that whole computer out. And as you heal, you're downloading all this information. You're figuring out the playbook. You're understanding little things about what it is they've done, little things about their childhood and how it affected them, and then also yours. And how maybe your childhood has affected you entering into this narcissistic relationship, for those of you who have experienced a romantic relationship with a narcissist or have dated a narcissist. The reason why narcissists are easily driven by Satan, by demonic influence, is because the deep root issue for that narcissist, whatever that pain is, whatever that trauma is that caused them to become what they are, the deep rooted issue with their emotions and how they've processed that pain, it only resulted to one thing for that narcissist, and that is anger. Satan is able to use them easily, confuse them, make them react, overreact, torture them, distort their judgment, keep them stuck from growth, because the mind of that narcissist has become Satan's playground, because their heart is full of anger. And Satan thrives on someone who dwells, lives, lingers, who sleeps in anger. Many of you notice dealing with a narcissist, you see it's like they're addicted to pain, they're addicted to problems. There's always something going on. There's always a fire to put out, and they never know how to put it out. They are usually incapable of putting it out. They need someone godly, someone with light to always come to their rescue, because they're dwelling in darkness. They're misled by the devil all day, every day. Many of them can't focus on God, get into God, become churchly because that. And then you have those that are in the church, shouting, stomping, praying, preaching, clapping, amening, hallelujahing, but they are narcissistic as God knows what. But the devil is able to help them, hide behind this tough mask. It's easy for them to play church, pretend to be there, pretend to care, mirror people to protect the mask. The devil is their main orchestrator for a lot of things. Those of you who are Bible readers, to my spiritual people out there, if you've ever seen this scripture here, Ephesians 4:27, where it tells us anger gives a foothold to the devil. Anger gives Satan something to hold on to in your life. This is the key disaster for every narcissist. This explains the projecting that they do. Everything that they put on you, push on you, say about you is all about how they truly feel inside. And it brings us back to that brokenness, that self-hatred. But when you are stuck in anger, when you're dwelling in anger, it also symbolizes how self-centered you are. And this is the root of the narcissist, self-centered. Although there's self-hatred, they are so worried about their self in a very wicked, disturbing way. To be so caught up in anger, to not be able to process traumas, to be unwilling and unable to forgive. You're stuck. You're self-centered. You're an idolatrous. Narcissists are not those people who represent justice. Their anger is different from a survivor. Like I can speak for many survivors who have felt anger coming out of this, who have gone through stages of anger because they had to grieve something that wasn't real. They had to grieve going no contact with their family. It's a lot of things that justify anger for someone who's been abused. That anger is righteous anger. The difference between that anger and the anger of a narcissist is a survivor eventually gets over their anger. Eventually, as they heal, as they thrive, they let it go. They learn to release it because they want to free themselves. You, as a survivor, you are such an empathetic person. You are a chosen vessel, and hate just does not dwell in your heart. It might be a feeling, it comes. But unlike a narcissist, you know how to reflect and introspect. So hate just doesn't sit there. Survivors of narcissistic abuse, we learn how to forgive in our time, in our way. We get to that point because we have to. We're not the type of people who could sit there and hold on to anger and resentment and hate people and dwell on hate and treat people like we hate them. And we're just not like that. Many of us true empaths, true survivors of NPD, we do not have that type of anger in our blood. If you pay attention to the wickedness of how the pain affects your life, the anger it pulls out of you, it's almost demonic. It really is. It'll put you in a place where you are now a reflection of that narcissist, because the longer you stay in it, the more angry your heart may become. That's why people eventually become narcissistic dealing with a narcissist. That's why people who are raised by narcissistic parents have narcissistic traits. Because you pick up a lot of things that Satan thrives on, and anger is one of them. Feeling wronged, knowing you've been wronged, feeling like you need to defend yourself, because when you're in it, you're constantly on defense mode. You're constantly, on high alert, because you never know when this person is going to snap. You never know what they're coming with. You don't know what version of them you woke up with today. You won't know tomorrow. Every day is something different, something new, something worse. Because this entity is highly driven by Satan, by demonic influence, because they are dwelling on anger. They are mad at you because they are mad at themselves for how their life is. They are mad at you because you carry a lot of resilience. You're able to love, forgive. You're able to be genuine and authentic. And they are so angry because they have to be jealous of all of those qualities, because they don't really exhibit it. They don't have it. They hate themselves for even pretending to be like you, when deep down inside, they know that's not who they are. A lot of the hatred that you feel with narcissists is coming from their drive of satanic influence, because they're so full of hate. Every ounce of their body is full of hate. They are so mad at life, mad at God, for how their life has been. So please know that it is not your fault. How dysfunctional, how messed up they are, how weird and disturbed they are to be trying to ruin you after a relationship where you gave your all. Please realize it's not your fault, and do not feed into letting them set you up for anger. Do not allow them to put you in a place where you are dwelling and stuck in anger, because then now you are affecting your life. You are hurting yourself, because the Bible does tell us to refrain from anger. It does. It definitely does, because a person who rules their spirit, somebody who has control of their spirit, that means you feed your spirit, you pray, you go to God, you have a relationship with God, you treat people with kindness, you treat your neighbors the way you want to be treated. You have pure intentions in life. You have a clean and a pure heart and a clean spirit. So to demonstrate that you rule your spirit, you have to be able to demonstrate self-control. And I'm able to sit here and tell you that today because for me, this is where I'm at. This is what I've learned, and this is what I am trying to practice. You've been on my channel. You've seen moments where I've exhibited anger. You've seen moments where I've been in different states of different emotional states because of feelings of injustification and feelings of being done wrong and just feeling it for you guys. A lot of times It's been that. It's just been, I'm just so mad that we are these targeted people. We don't deserve that, you know? But I am learning to shift that, change that, because I am seeing that's exactly what the devil wants from us. The devil wants us to not have self-control over our emotions. The best way to handle any narcissist and save yourself is to starve them of your emotions, to not give them the satisfaction of coming down to their level so that they can use you, hurt you, and keep you stuck in the pain. Because that anger will, that sadness will, it will, it'll keep you there. It'll keep you there. One thing the Bible has taught me is the first wizard was Cain. You ever heard the story of Cain and Abel? Jealousy drove this person to kill their brother. Where does jealousy come from? Anger. You mad because somebody is doing something you can't, somebody got something you don't have, comparing yourself, competing where there's no competition. You're mad. The root of it is anger, which leads to all the other crap. The jealousy, the stealing, the cheating, the abusing, the verbal abusing. It all comes down to that. It all brings you to that. Cain showed that. Cain, man, shows us the power of witchcraft. That's what narcissists resemble to me. They symbolize what witchcraft looks like. People don't understand what witchcraft is. It's not always about crystals and stones and cards. It's about the heart, where it's at. It's about the ill intentions, wanting bad for people, wanting to speak bad on people, the gossipers. You guys have narcissistic family members who love to talk about people, always on the phone gossiping. That's witchcraft, which they're doing because they're jealous. And they're jealous because they're angry at their own life. Take your power back, snatch it back, and protect yourself from all of these emotions that demon wants to pull out of you. To thrive and to move forward in life is to learn the power within you, which is shut that demon down. Cut them off. Learn how to be no contact. You got children, limit the contact. You don't have to talk all the time. You don't have to be at their beck and call. You don't have to respond all the time. Control the situation by becoming emotionless to that demon. Don't let them get up under your skin to where you're now out of character, showing yourself for trying to defend and explain and all of that. All of that. Taking your power back. This is part of that. Not allowing our anger to push us into sin. Sometimes we find ourselves back in narcissistic relationships because we still have not let go of the past pains. I'm learning that too. The devil is setting us up for narcissistic situationships because we don't fully heal from the prior ones. We still have the anger and the trust issues and the issues with forgiveness and a little bit of resentment, still wishing bad on that other person. We got to learn how to truly let go and let God, and not let our emotions backfire and let the narcissist end up winning, because just because you're not together doesn't mean that you're doing good. If you're not with a narc and you're having a hard time healing because you're not doing the necessary work and you're still stuck on, what are they doing? What about the narcissist? Why did they treat me like this? You're not taking your power back and recognizing that this is a spiritual battle and you must armor up and get involved with growing maturely, spiritually, becoming strong emotionally and mentally, because there's no time to be weak. You don't have time for that. Once you get through the crying stage and the heartbreak, you have to remember who you are. You are a child of God. Walk like you are. Wake up and treat yourself like you are. I'm in a place where I am elevating my healing journey. I'm becoming more intentional about what I need to do to really be the best version of myself. And that includes no longer allowing the devil to pull anger out of me to where I am out of character. Because every time we do that, we're letting them win and we're letting them in. Yes, we are. We're letting them know, oh, we are on your level. You got me right where you need me. Because when you're angry and you have all that going on, you're distracted and they're able to keep plotting and planning against you. And when you're dwelling in anger spiritually, you're also stopping blessings from coming your way. You're not going to be able to manifest what you deserve because bitterness, unforgiving energy is there, and that is blocking you from showing gratitude. It's blocking you from being fruitful and happy. If you're there, I'm happy for you. Keep thriving. If you're trying to get there, keep going. Don't give up. Don't stop. I'd love to hear from those of you who resonate. Hit that like button and subscribe again if you have not. And this channel, is going to be something that you need while you thrive and get through this. I'm here for you. Reach out. Utilize those life coaching sessions as a support. You got this, Thriver. I'm with you. I understand. Those of you who have pain, who have anger, it's justified if you've been wronged. If you truly are the victim, it's righteous anger. You're owed that. But let God be angry for you. Let God be angry for what they've done. God is already mad. God is definitely not happy with what they have done to you, what they're doing to you. But God wants you to take control, have self-control over the emotions so that you can heal, be happy, your heart can stay pure, and you can keep on pulling in what you deserve. Start reversing and changing the narrative by changing your heart, your perspective on what has happened to you. So you can pull healthy relationships into your life. You will. You deserve it. You're more than capable of it. Thank you for listening. I appreciate your time on today, blessed one. Take care, stay true, be good to yourself, be kind to yourself, and keep moving forward on this healing journey. Don't forget what drives them to be the demons that they are. Don't let it drive you to be stuck on their demonic level. Until next time. Stay blessed and stay true. Bye, guys.